Hey guys, welcome. If you are listening, welcome to the podcast. If you're watching, hey, what's up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first mini-sode that we are both recording via the podcast and here for YouTube. So I'm super excited. Thanks so much for joining. I'm Christina. If we have not met face-to-face, hi. I'm super excited to be here. And as always, I'm super honored that you are watching this content because obviously right now, if you're watching this, you are going through your own divorce healing journey. So thank you so much for including me in that. I'm truly honored. For those of you that don't know anything about me, I'm from San Diego. I went through a crazy divorce healing journey about 7 years ago. And at that time, I didn't have anything that 111 right now. Sorry, if you're just listening on my computer monitor, my time just hit 111. But yeah, at that time of my divorce journey, there really wasn't any resources for women going through divorce emotionally. At that time, my attorney was my emotional resource. And as you guys know, attorneys charge a lot by the hour. And so it was a lot more expensive than probably paying a therapist. But when it comes to your divorce healing journey emotionally, there were no tools. And so I started documenting my healing journey, and which is now Her Heart Heals. So I really just share everything that I've learned and my background in personal development to kind of pair the two to help us emerge as better people out of this divorce, because I know that there's a lot of shame and guilt around this traumatic event. And from what I've learned is that if we don't heal properly or learn from this, then we just end up making repeated patterns. We create unhealthy habits and things like that. So if you're here, that just tells me that you are dedicated to your growth, dedicated to seeking that opportunity in putting out your best foot forward and getting the most out of your life ahead. So congrats to you for that. And so today's episode is going to be all around the real reason why you may not be healing from your divorce journey as quickly as you'd like. Now, I would like to start with a small disclaimer and share that not everybody's healing journey is the same, right? There is no real right or wrong way to heal from your divorce. So this really isn't to tell you that this is something that you have to do, and also not to encourage you to compare your healing journey to anybody else's. Your healing journey is yours and yours alone. I can only suggest and provide information, and what you do with that is truly your choice. So with that being said, one of the things that I see really holding my clients back sometimes is creating space. And so today we're going to talk about 3 ways that you can change that. So space is kind of a broad term, right? And I talk about space, and the first way is creating space in time. So if you are going through your divorce healing journey, for a long time, like I had 3 jobs. I didn't have time. Like my self-care time went to the bottom of my priority list because I just had to get stuff done. So I know that it can be really hard to create time and space in your calendar to feel your feelings and to process things that are on your heart and kind of weighing you down internally. But that is the first thing. Whether it's just 10 minutes. Sometimes for me, It's like in the bathroom when I'm doing my morning routine or my nighttime routine. Sometimes that's all we have. And it's just going to have to be good enough until our schedule permits. But being real with ourselves, like, do we find ourselves scrolling on the gram a little bit longer than we need to? That we could be using that time to really just checking in with ourselves. The second way is space in the physical form. So this year, I've really been working on creating spaces in my home that make me feel more comfortable to be myself. So for an example, I am creating a little corner in my bedroom that I am going to use intentionally for meditation and like nighttime stretching. And those activities help me to get in touch with what's on my heart. I also recently redecorated my bathroom, which is super important. That's a real fun way for me to check in with myself when I'm doing my morning routine, when I'm blow drying my hair, things like that, when I'm taking a shower. So just being mindful of how we can turn our space, our home, or setting up dedicated spaces outside of our home. So whether maybe you have a favorite trail that you like to hike or a park that you like to go to, being intentional about creating and having these physical spaces that make us feel comfortable to just be ourselves. And so the last thing, the third item, is space emotionally and energetically. So if you are currently in the legal process of your divorce, you know that you have to put like your armor on, and it really doesn't feel like a safe way to feel your feelings. At that time, you are kind of in an emotional war, and that's 100% okay. But it's finding those moments, right, with space and time, space physically, to then create that space emotionally and energetically to have it feel okay and safe enough for us to be vulnerable. If you are after the legal process of your divorce and you are focusing on your healing, it's then creating that space to peel back those layers and have us feel okay to kind of come out of our shell again and heal through some of those layers of trauma that I like to refer to as scar tissue. We have to kind of dig our way out of that to sort of re-emerge. And which brings me to my latest offering that I just wanted to share with you guys. So if you are struggling in any way to create space in any of the forms that I shared with you, I am so excited to offer my one-on-one private divorce healing sessions. It's now viewable on my website. I will add a link in the notes, both on YouTube and in the podcast, so you guys can go check it out. But these are intentional moments of space and time, and really helping you focus on that third item, which is emotional and energetic space. So I will teach you some techniques on these calls that you can then use for your healing journey, not only on the call, but after. And these one-on-one sessions are incredibly transformative. We definitely do some breath work, we do some grounding, and after that, we integrate any messages of wisdom that came through for you. A lot of people often feel super light after these sessions, so they're really, really special. So if you struggle with creating space in any of these forms that we talked about today, please reach out to me. I'm happy to answer any questions and seeing if these one-on-one sessions are a good fit for you. So you can click the link or find me on Instagram. It's at Her Heart Heals on Instagram, and shoot me a DM. I would love to chat with you and see if I could be of service. So anyway, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.